Alright, now I should be live. Okay. Want to confirm. Okay. Okay, wow. Okay. Yes. We're ready to get going, are you? Yeah. The strangest dream. I was choosing a character class. I think I'm going to go with the Snake Oiler. Snake Oilers rely on their moxie and chutzpah to tame snakes, their fearlessness to extract potent oils from those snakes, and their cleverness to manufacture and sell potions made from those oils. You've heard snake oilers are doing really well out west since the cows came home. Everybody needs potions and hope in these dark days. Also, out west is where all the best snakes live. This weird poster appeared here one night. Hi, desk. Comb your hair one last time. Hey, Wessel, how you doing? I'm gonna miss you, buddy. The application to dynamics of a general mathematical method previously applied to optics. Investigation of the laws of thought on which are founded the mathematical theories of logic and probabilities. Fiddle with it. I'm gonna miss you, kiddo. Oh, and before you leave, I got you a present. It's that book you wanted for Quimpo. I know it's early, but about picking locks. Sounds a bit sad. That doesn't fit you, Dad. I'll grow into it. So I want you to have this. It's your grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. Thanks, Dad. Okay. It's just no opportunity here, kid. I'm gonna make something of myself. I gotta go where I can make some meat. Meat is currency. Hey, wait. How's it going? Are my audio levels okay? It's so dangerous. 60% of the people who go west get killed within a year. That statistic is from before the cows came home. I'll be okay. You worry about taking care of Mom and Dad. I'll worry about me. Okay, if you say so. Still think you'll be dead by Quimbo. I'll miss you, Rufus. Okay. Film editor. It's not something I expected. Just to have that. Like, when I got this game, I didn't think it would be animated. It has like RPG battles in it, so it's not quite a point-and-click game. The bad news is that you fell off a cart and got knocked out for a couple hours. Now you've got no ride, no meat, and no prospects. I hate Joker. Good news is that you're in a town, rather than in a cult somewhere. Not much of a town, though. Ow. Gone drinking. Is that Parallax? Yeah, there's Parallax on the dots in the dirt. Where's the bar? Hey, where's your hat, dagnammit? Oh, you can't drink in here without a hat. Tain't proper. Points to the take a hat, leave a hat box next to the door. Look for the hat box and find a battered derby. Sure. Pete. Thanks, Pete. Say, gal. You heading west? If you want some company, I'd be more than happy to come along. Just let me know. Oh, alright, I'll keep it in mind. Spittoon. You are now on your hands and knees, peering into a filth-encrusted spittoon. I don't understand what is wrong with you. Reach your hand toward the spittoon. Even before you touch it, you can feel the grossness in the air. Hesitate. Fingers make contact with something. You appear to have gotten some kind of wound. Probably some kind of disease as well. Congratulations? Well, getting this wound was traumatic. You have to admit that it was worth it. After you're done reading the book on lockpicking, you donate it to a local orphanage. Soon those orphans will be able to make their escape. Orphans go. Two are playing poker, or he's trying to. Keep looking back and forth from their hands to the how to play poker card that came with their deck. Good luck, you two. What do you say, Pete? Ooh, me? Well, heck, I say all kinds of things. For instance, concern it, some rats of frescent cream jumper poisoned the pickle barrel. walk up to bar. Howdy, cowgirl. Howdy, barkeep. Name's Esther. What brings you to our little backwater? Fortunately, not usual. Not having much luck so far, though. Any work around these parts? Fortunately, Boring Spring already has more people in it than jobs. It's more of an errand town, if you catch my meaning. If you're looking for a real job, I'd recommend talking to the railroad people up by Dirtwater. Manifest Destiny Railroad Company from back east. You're trying to run a line to Frisco, having a heck of a time doing it. They're hiring? Oh, I reckon they're always hiring for one thing or another. Company, that. Dirtwater is interesting. It's far enough west that it's still more or less exempt from the rule of law. Not so far west that it's being burned to the ground by the damned cows. Lots of opportunity there. Yep, if I were a younger woman, I'd probably head that way myself. Forsaken Berg is always falling apart in one way or another. Oswald's always needing help since he hurt his leg, but no Count Sheriff could certainly stand to have someone doing his job for him. I've got a goblin loose in the basement, some cow poking from a gold steer and wipe his boots off. I've got spores everywhere. You can probably handle a goblin. Much surprised. I'll unlock the basement door for you. Oh, and you'll need this. Howdy, I'm Esther. Howdy, Esther, I'm Horace. Nice to meet you. What do you do? I'm a town hostler. I don't know what that is. I'm a town horse selling guy. Gotcha. How's that working out for you? Well, those horses are just flying out the door. Oh, business is booming? Nice. No, I mean the horses keep running away. Been sold one in ages. Yep. And me being... Welcome back, Jared. Me being in here drinking instead of watching the horses is probably how they keep escaping. It's one of those vicious circle things. Do you have any horses left? One. Kind of a boring one, but it's got 4 legs and a back to sit on. Come see me at the stable. I'll be happy to show it to you. Already have a hat. What would you do with 2? Guess we never established your age. Good thing for legal drinking age here is you can reach the top of a bar. Yes, what's the point? Is that pistol sound effect just some guy going pew? Yeah, maybe I'll play Red Dead Redemption after this. Having dispatched the goblin, you pat yourself on the back for a job well done. Yeah, skill up. I have spores everywhere, though. You hose them down with that can of fungicide. I'm a snake oiler. Wait. Just starting out. It's a rogue class. Maid's class is a bean swinger, and the warrior class is the cow puncher. Thank you kindly, Esther. I knew you was a stand-up gal the moment you walked in here. Here you go. It's the least I can do by way of thanks. It's that lady drinking whiskey out of a beer mug. That's Susie. She's a rancher from nearby. Real tough broad. I ain't recommend you pester her. Lost her whole family to a cow attack recently. Got some pent-up frustrations about it. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm a sheriff in these parts. What? Sheriff, okay? Acid sign pagers. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would ya? As a matter of fact, I am. Wait, 'cause I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums around here who would call themselves a flicker gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cell door with him. It ain't, it ain't much good without the door. I need somebody tough, smart, and or strict to go fetch it back for me. I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, 'cause I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. You deputized a gun? You're new in town, maybe you ain't noticed, but there ain't much to do here except drink. Here, let me write down where the Flicker Gang's hideout is. Step right up, step right up. Blade's a name and trade's a game. Oh, madam, today I'm trading locks for soap and a stick of dynamite for a needle. And to the cunning Skinner who brings me 3 rattlesnake hides, well, to that adventurous soul I will trade a fine silver pocket watch. Get lost. Reports a weird cactus man, I would. Out of yourself. Name's Bill. Cactus Bill. And to you. Well, to be honest, partner, I drank too much cactus beer and it turned me into a cactus. Doc Ellis warned me this would happen, but I didn't listen. That's why they call you Cactus Bill? Oh, that's just a coincidence. Sure, kind of nice. Natural fermentation processes inside the cactus part of me keep me pretty drunk most of the time. Guess it is a mite boring. Yeah, I bet. Wouldn't be so bad if I had something to read. You don't happen to have a newspaper or anything, do ya? No, sorry. Nope, you're not allowed into Pika anymore, remember? Afternoon, ma'am. What can I do for you? Oh, it's business. Oh, you know, every day I'm hustling. To tell you the truth, though, it's pretty terrible. All of my horses keep running away. Well, except for this completely ordinary one. You know, thank you. Please, I'd go fetch them myself, except for this injury. I'll give you 300 meats for finding them. Here, let me see your map. You pretty much always run to the same places. Why these prices? I think they like environments that are thematically appropriate. Here, when you find one, feed it some of these oats. That should send it back here. How does that work? They're special pigeon-infused oats. Most typical horse you've ever seen. Your own damn guide to Boring Springs and its environs. Without Fricker, the Fricker Gain's intrepid lookout appears to be taking a little nap. Putting him doesn't seem very sportsman-like. You sure you want to do that? I mean, I'm a low class, but you're a big old cactus. Silver couplers. Don't have any use for those. Yeah, it seems like the cows are an enemy. Customers to approach the Flicker game, putting engrossing their poker game so it doesn't actually require that much content. Find a barrel. I for one's name is Sniping Vapor is Wimpy. Oh. I have to. Howdy, boys. Deal me in? One without 5 pats raises an eyebrow at you. Who are you? How do you get past Fudd and Soapy? What do you want? Here for the sheriff's door. So you have a door? A door to hell. Okay, yeah, then a fight it is. That's it. Please don't shoot the snack. Saltor. Yeah, I'm a bit mixed on summoner classes, I would say. Part of me likes the idea of summoning a bunch of guys, but I don't like having to babysit them, and I don't like them doing all the work. The snacks, I have a briefcase full of them. See, I have a briefcase full of snakes. It's my grandmother's briefcase full of snakes. Let's see, Moxie. Interesting. Moxie acts as range defense. Back in Kingdom of Loathing, Moxie was damaged with ranged weapons and defense and evasion, which made it a little overpowered. Comes in. Interesting. Snake whip. I see, that just scrolls over stuff. Okay. Guess that's... No, not own a whole mine. Or hole. Need a crowbar. Okay. It's to unlock the toolbox, but the needle is ruined in the process. Why do you wish you could grow a mustache? So wait, this horse, hid somehow behind a bunch of rocks. Hey there, girl. It's okay. I'm a friend. More sides away from you, though in this case it's more like cripplingly introverted away from you. Ah, come on, don't be like that. Look, I brought some oats for you. They aren't poison or anything. In retrospect, I guess that wasn't a very comforting thing to say. Oh, come on. Here you go. Yum yum. Arnold's away from... Look, we're fine, okay? See. It's like the roughest, brandest breakfast cereal I've ever eaten. Still, it's better than dry cat food. Smelled it so for horse that you're fine and realized unconsciously turned out and walked out the door. Geez, these are powerful. Which looks at you warily as you re-enter cheerful way. See, perfectly fine. That's fine, Joker. This finally seems relaxed enough. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not reading everything. It's just a lot to read. Snake looks sweepy, but not that sweepy. Sweepy rattled snake. Serena Snake. Before long, we'll be calling you Snake Murder Nester. Work one venom and one medicine. Me in real life or me in game? Ever snake? Oh, I guess it's not called one snake, Colts. Oh. Meant to, snake whip it. Oh well. Short work of it, long snake. Snake looks really angry. Gonna need every trick in the book to beat this one. Yeah, so, a snake whip, nice work. If the whole cowgirl thing doesn't work out, you could always get a job as a snake exterminator. So, snake whip is an actual type of whip that doesn't have a wooden handle. This horse has gone snake crazy. Or maybe it was some other kind of crazy before. Hey there, boy. Hey, fella. I'm a friend, okay? It's cool, alright? Be cool. Don't freak out on me. Only look for ores in my eyes. One of them is fixed in a grassy 1,000-year-old stare. And the other is revolving madly in its socket like it's thinking of trying to escape in every direction simultaneously. Looks to be calming down a little now that it's clear you aren't actually made of spiders, though. Carefully and gently pat the horse's nose. Twitches a bit. Okay, a lot. But it seems to recognize that you aren't going to eat his eyes or suck out his soul or whatever madness is bouncing around in that skull of his. That's a good boy. Have to walk on. Fair enough. Bird skeleton. Skeleton is his name. What? Hi there, I'm a friend, okay? Your prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Any quicker boys left? 1 or 2 bits. Sweep on the job. Sheriff's office. I traded away my needles, so... Something earlier about an injury? Let's see, Nurse Whiskey. I thought it was like actually referring to an actual character. What are you about? Horses get mighty attached for riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change. Mind on that. I'll take the dark horse. Sneaky. Here's the keys. Ride safe. Alright, anybody got a good name for a dark horse? I'll take it. Hold on just a second. Yeah, I get it. Well, we've been just calling it Comics though. Just going to look up some names of like people that actually did something for the thing. Frank Miller. Yeah, it's a female horse, so calling her Frank would be a bit odd. Oh, yeah, sheep. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. If foreign sprints, you won't be able to come back. The unfinished business you've got will... Unfinished. Ski delivery for you, Doc. That's why Nurse Whiskey sounded familiar. Shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? cracks open for whiskey and folds a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts her flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Books. Benoit tongues. Flipping through the goblin language book. It's confusing at first, but eventually it gets so engrossed by the time you take a break from reading. Several dwarves have passed. You also know that dwarf is the goblin word for hour. To speak goblin, sort of. I think sleep is just a way of getting from place to place. Like you're properly horsed and ready to start your new life in the West. All you need now is a partner, somebody to share the trail with, somebody you can rely on for emotional and combat support. Okay. Anyone else I can take? If we've been alright. Depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream, compared to how fast my liver filters it out. Can't talk and drink at the same time, so. What's the matter, Doc? Matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you ask me what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that? It's corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. It's a skeleton in a cemetery. As to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my mind. Is that even possible? Dead patients don't get back up. I forget. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but, well, it happens. What doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and working for revenge. Venus here doesn't actually seem to be anything else I can do here, so since I can't seem to solve a problem of a dead coming to life. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your XP for you. Be to keep doing it. I'll start spending it manually. Now I now have option. Yeah, I feel bad for her too. I have now have option of turning myself into some kind of unbalanced weirdo. Scorpion. What's it taking, Pete? Well, now, if you're interested in mining and such, I happen to know a little mine not too far from here. Okay. Is it a good one? Ain't never been. We'll have to explore it and find out. Ooh. What do you think we should do next? Well, now, if you're in a hurry to push west, I'd say your train will get us there a mite faster than horseback. Railroad camp marked on that map. Yours, right? Yeah. Ah. These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. I know, right? Well, I've been all over these territories. Been spent a little time up north in Canada when I was younger. Got a thing to do with gravy and potatoes that's just fascinating. Nice. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jeweled Saloon. Hi, thanks. I'm Esther. Glad to know you, Esther. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Finest room in the house and plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance, right before getting himself killed by bandits. You seem like you're a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. That is. If you're handy with mechanical type stuff, something's gone wrong with our role player piano. Your piano player. Music sounded a little off. Your piano player's coat with all the hats on its back but leads to its innards. It's locked, but it's not a very good lock. Three trays and 2 jacks of spades count as a flush. Kings are wild unless accompanied by a pair of cross-eyed kings of clubs. Sixes are wild and deuces of spades are double wild. Straight beats a royal Mexican straight. 3 tens roots against 2 threes of clubs, but rank higher than a tray of clubs. Let's notice. The dealer gives a deck a shuffle, then deals. Hand of cards glides across you. It's a great hand. And 1 armed king, 3 homicide queens, and 4 jacks of hearts. Notice in sec. Force your opponents to lead them and leap. A reverse flush. And it slowly flips over her cards with roll straight. Otis has a California straight. When you gather up your haul, I have a reverse flush. Okay. Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. Sorry, I was just, looking around. So you're a nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter. Need someone to go pick me up some more. Not used to make gunpowder? And hover veins. Look, who's the sap here? Me or you? Where can I find it? Best bet's a military camp. It's used to make gunpowder. Shut up. Nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Disposable binoculars. Dynamite? $1,000 wrong. No needles. I don't know, how long have you been gone for? We just got to a new town, so. Keep waiting. So, you haven't really missed much, I don't think. Howdy, are you the sheriff here? No, we don't currently have a sheriff. Any help until you find a sheriff? Or if you're any good with a gun, there's always somebody in need of some justice. Wanted posters are back there. Swords are over yonder. Over way. House in the desert gain. For mortgage non-payment, squatting, and general public nuisance. Also for murdering 2 collection agents. Wasted. The stripy hat gain. For grand theft paint and tasteless hat vandalism. Last seen in the vicinity of Cavern Canyon. Dirty, rotten paint thieves and low-down, no-fashion and hat vandals. Despicable. Not a lot available past this point. Is there anything to grab? No. As you dismount and approach the house where the bandits are holed up, we hear a voice from inside say, "What was that?" Like you're going to have to be sneaky if you want to avoid a on for cost. The sound of it you'd say this doghouse contains an angry dog. Very funny. Not going to be able to get past it without alerting for getting inside the house. House, art house, and coffee house. Ah. Spark at the moon if it's horse ragwort. Take his wife, and will also never pay for this house. Oh, I killed my snack. Yeah, I think this place is... Well, should bandits go back into their house after depositing you a pile next to sheep? Sheep. Pass out from raids. Alright, let's just wander around. Spot the smoldering ruin of lands on the horizon. Needles. Oh, shaped stain on the wall. What about Sam Hill with that coward face painted on the wall of a bear fort? Not bear. I was hoping you could tell me. Never seen it, swag. Gives me the will always something fierce, I can tell you. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I see you, Jared. A pirate boat. Yeah, I don't think hitting it with a lantern is going to do a whole lot. That you high-heeled sandpit. apply 5 poison to enemy. Ah, it's better than a broken board. So looking for Flocket. Pick Flocket. Don't know what the point of that was, but so you've noticed there's a camp of bandits before you do. So, and words burst before they spot you. Jump out of. Hi. No. Jump out of the bushes with your gun raised to drop on them. Hands in the air, you bark. If you're meat and tie them up. Probably won't get eaten by coyotes or anything. Which you probably wouldn't care if they do. A lot of find the keywords in the West. This is not one of them. Label says it's from Italy, so it can't be that bad, can it? Oh wait, it actually says it's from Italy. I'm buying that. To the editor from Women in Wyoming, who had an amazing idea. What if you saw somebody 3 times instead of just once? Article with a list of tips and tricks for moving really quickly. Recipe for a new kind of snake oil concoction that looks like it might come in handy in a fight. Unload round after round into a nearby cactus just to see how it feels. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, a stray spark from one of your shots sets the magazine on fire. You're unable to prevent it from being destroyed. Silver board making apparatus. Help yourself. Burner and crucible for melting silver paints and some board molds. Right, so you can smash silver boards into needles if you wanted to. Second pin. Old coal lids mine ain't far. If you a mind to check it out. What's it like? Never been, but it sounds a friendly type of place. Bookshelf contains like 90 copies of Johnny Tremaine. Something weird about it, though. It's too neatly organized. School. Ooh. Poor snake. Say, what are you doing? Shooting pies. Always shooting pies. Shooting a pie? To destroying, obviously. That's to destroying a terrible pie. Okay, I'm pretty sure being a pie is destroying. Destroy it. Huh? Look, so many holes in a pie say if you're winning, a pie is dead. Certain be waiting here, I will check it. That pie is shot to hell. And you are a success. Pie is so very destroyed, P. I doing it? So much doing it. Now what? What I shooting now? I guess you finding another pie? What? There are more pies, P? It's full of pies. Oh, this violencing will never ending. Sorry, Bean. Not listening to enabling this behavior. This is my cross bearing. Let's go and continue in the fight. Thank you. Well, that was weird. I guess I'm a general now. No, that worked out. Ain't very well, snake buddy. Hey, Kenny. How's it going? You've heroically defeated the sweeping goblins who were guarding their beds. This must be the map tent. That's good to hear. Encounter an overturned wagon surrounded by ruined books and broken pairs of spectacles. Looks like a family of especially literate homesteaders met an untimely end here. Tragic. Find a book that is both undestroyed and remotely interesting. There it is. Offer hot new poisons. Memorize a chart of poisons. Fascinating stuff. Unfortunately, you get so distracted thinking about new kinds of poison that you misplace the magazine. Get there when we get there. It's a nice watch. Where'd you get it? Bought it from this gal that runs a store down south of here, named Buttonwillow. Buttonwillow make something. Yeah, I know that store. Yep, real nice store, real nice watch. Howdy there. Who's in charge of this outfit? If I'm being charitable, I'd say that the fellow over wearing the white hat is a foreman. And if you're not, I'd say that paperbacked idiot over wearing that absurd white hat is the fellow you're looking for. Alright, thanks. Hi, are you in charge? Was wondering if there's anything I can do to help. You want to know something? I love trains. Oh, ever since I was a little boy, huge, magnificent, roaring iron beasts. They were magical to me, like dragons. The opportunity arose to take on management of this rail line and jumped on it like a shot. Do you know what I learned? Organizing and building and running one of these operations is the most amazing pain in the ass you will ever imagine. Want to help? Congratulations, you're the new foreman. I'm going home to play with my models. Swell. You'd think they'd have surveyed the route and had a plan for this already. railroad being blocked, won't get much further west. The hand down. Guess I'll talk to this guy again. I guess I'm the boss now. Well, now, I suppose it can't be any worse than the last crowd. Name's me. I'm your assistant. Sure you didn't miss seeing the iron pile of blocks blocking our path. Surveyors say there isn't any other suitable mountain path, so we can't reroute around it, even if we had the months it'd take. We could dynamite it clear without too much trouble. Problem is, it'll take a lot of dynamite. A whole year's worth, I figure. So keep that much on hand for emergencies such as this one. A pack of goblins stole it. Oh, sneaky little varmints. We are, but goblins are holed up over in Gustav's and Gold's. It's a real rough place. Might want to spend some time getting the lay of the land and honing your fighting skills before you head that way. Especially if you plan to go in guns blazing. We don't need that specific dynamite though. Any you can lay your hands on will be fine, so long as there's enough of it. Spots something on the ground and picks it up. Givar. It's a lump of assolite. What's it called? Jerk's gold. That like fool's gold? Similar, except it's poisonous. Meteor. Ooh. Ooh, cow. Alright, let's see how tough a cow is. Oh, okay. And your eyes were bigger than your fists when it came to that particular piece of beef. So angry about losing that fight that you pass out. It's that old man by the piano. That's old Ellsbury. Tragic fella he is. It's a writer and a poet. Came out west to sell his stories, but nobody were buying. Too weird his stories. Fantastical luck. Bad, I love that stuff. Well, don't matter much now, anyhow. And to get normal work to make ends meet. Passing well as a prospector, till one day he lost his mind in a mind. What? You know what I mean. He saw something. Something that made him stop telling his weird tales. Stop talking near completely, come to that. Just stands there by the piano nowadays. Seems to calm him down. As long as he doesn't make any trouble, I don't mind him too much. I'm a little sorry for him, to be honest. Sign on the dartboard said to see you for darts. Oh, sorry. All the darts got broken months ago. Howdy there. I'm Wandering Sally. What you want? Trade it. I wander all around these lands, just like it says. Just like it says on the label. I buy a little here, sell a little there, make my way. Here to see my wares? So be grateful that you live in a part of the world where apples exist. Marigold, I know what you're thinking. Not so lucky for the marigold. And actually, marigolds aren't constants, so they can't really conceive of good or bad luck. Hold on. Well, that costs a lot. Having acquired through various and sundry means, a story which is interesting in its own right but better saved for another time. A map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Black Coal Jr. years before the cows came home. I, Jim Pracklight, along with 3 compatriots, those being Nathaniel Lyman, Silas Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave, the aforementioned treasure. Our equipment and provisions consisted of stuff, including 1 large and shaggy dog, I don't feel like quitting on this. Upon leaving the saloon, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, we've only surprised missing with a butt for and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. Also discovered that the dog we had left to watch over our horses had absconded with one of them, was innate inside after drawing a lots to share. The encounter with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination. Goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course, mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and saggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed, and continued on our way. Time later we encountered a large adobe hut, occupied by two identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as peculiar given there were two of them, and I thought it would be rude to question them on that point. To celebrate our arrival at Saggy Dog Cave, Doug unpocketed and shared the he had saved from our basket that had been stolen in Dirtwater. Once we were rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse, and there were no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of plaques to mark our progress through the cave and engrave them with a tale of our journey. I completed the last of the aforementioned plaques. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before side shuffled struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise. It's locked with an ancient and rusted iron padlock. Well, okay. That was a whole lot of nothing. You hear a groaning noise a short distance away and investigate. Cowpoke is sitting against a rock with his leg bent in a way that seems incorrect. Odd, and I fell off. I think I busted one of my dancing arms. Thank you kindly, stranger. Say I owe you one, but it seems doubtful we'll ever meet again. Spot a cemetery on the horizon. Lettering over the gate says the Dave Yard. Where's Dave B? Died with his boots on, but not his pants. This tree has dozens of messages carved into the bark, each reading Dave was here. Skeleton of a Dave. Oh, he's immune to poison. I mean, of course he is. There's Dave L. Died of a heart attack. CUE in -36 years. Dave G. He was looking into the sky to save him. Even the sky can't save a fella from like 40 angry bears. Thermos of spiked coffee. As if it was no such thing. Yeah. Seems pretty overpowered. Check for bones for Dickens. Nope, you beat them all out. This is one of those things they have in mausoleums, or one of those big marble things with drawers full of skeletons. Beefy Dave McMurtry. Marston. Totem Dave Ford. Going to switch over to my other pistol. Kind of ritual circle drawn in the ground with inlet chalk. We'll proceed. It's time you started gathering clues about the whole perambulating dead situation that's going on around these parts. You grab a notebook and paperclip the receipt of the first page. Charts for delivery past Boulder Pass. It's Necromancer's wares going in the west of the mountains. The truth was out there. It killed him. Was Dave G. Murdered by a different fella named Dave G. Cemetery well. Yeah, that's pretty good music. Kind of wish there was more combat, because it's like there's a lot of bleeding. pickaxe. Oh now, this here seems like a fine little mine. Not too deep, not too cramped. It seems to have run dry. Fire-breathing cold snake. Or smoke that snake. I mean, you daren't smoke it. Smoke its root. To smoke the vigor. Snake. I don't feel right about this. Poor snakes. Aww. No. No. Yeah, what I should have done was, should have used the snake whip. Rest in peace, snakes. Grab the rest of eggs from a den and shove them in your briefcase. Soon they'll hatch and feel right at home. Now let's go to the desert house. Oh. Okay, fellas, the jig is up. Wow, get 'em, boys. Nathan, we're locked in. Toss out your weapons. Alright. Just kidding, I'm still going to arrest you. Ah, dang it. The house in the desert gain alright. All except for her house, so that is. Did it get away? What, was I supposed to? Nah, I'm just messing with you. Here's your reward. This is served. Oh. Bandits get caught in a vicious circle where they use guns to rob people to get money to buy better guns to rob people. To rob better people and get more money to buy guns. Wanted for Potemkin gang for unlicensed civil engineering and flaunting of construction regulations. What's in the Cavern Canyon? Skeleton approaches you. I forgot, yeah, probably was worth the same. I see. You can only get one pin from there. Oh. Okay. You hear a horrible skittering noise, followed by a scream. I see. Proper spider. Kids. This poor Seth is chained to the wall. Hey, you're not one of them. You here to rescue me? Sure. I'm Doug. I've been chained up in the stink cave for weeks, cooking for those stripey-headed idiots. Perfectly good oven 8 feet to my right, and a sofa with perfectly good ingredients 8 feet to my left. The chain is only 4 feet long. Well, there I was, fresh out of culinary school, with a million meat idea in my head. Now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dreams, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. Promise not to steal my idea, right? Okay then, it's a new kind of sandwich, or maybe a taco. So revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits in. Wait, in the middle of it there's a sausage. It's a sausage made up from the cheapest possible parts of a pig, ground up so finely you can't identify them anymore. Served in a long split roll with soaked up grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. Best part, the name. Ready to hear the name? I call it the hot dog. I don't care for it. Not that any of this even matters. Even if I did get off its chain, there's no point in hanging around in this empty cave. I don't see an oven. Stack the cocoons on the back of your horse. Back to Dirtwater. That was Stripey yet, game? What happened to him? He had a run-in with the giant spider. The giant spider of justice. Fortunately, the reward is for results rather than explanations. The Black Hat Bandits. Wanted for horse theft and the selling of counterfeit glue. Had to change the name, try to file a trademark, and it turns out there's already something called a hot dog. Listen, trust me, you don't want to know. I didn't know. Anyway, a single letter removed, and I'm in business. You okay, buddy? Pretty sure my leg is broken, so no. Happened, traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. Guess I don't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I'm going to need some medicine for this. Thank you. There was missing up north. The nuns here run a little hospital and sell medical supplies. Can you get me some broken leg pills? I'm gonna fire for a dynamite store up north. It's charred around the edges. Discount. I'm sorry, what was it? Discount dynamite something. Ain't enough dynamite for a year. Dynamite. 1 year is stenciled on this crate in an official-looking typeface. Open grave here, and it doesn't have a skeleton inside. Wonder if they're asking for rent. The previous tenant left some stuff. It's all yours now. What good is a briefcase full of snakes if you can't occasionally pull out a snake out and tell it what to do? And want an adolescent one. The baby one's weak. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. What's wrong, sister? Came back. They just came back and it took them. Couldn't stop them. Well, slow down, okay? What happened? Oh, holy logs. The saints just stormed up out of the catacombs and took them back. Wow. You don't know what to do. Thought maybe they'd fire me if I tried to stop them. Cardinal will be here any minute. What am I going to do? Roderick, take a deep breath and try to calm down, okay? What's your name? I'm Sister Mary. My name's Esther. Now what's this about saints? Oh, we're missing, sir. Missing is to protect 3 sacred logs. I'm the log keeper. It's my specific job to look after them. Wait, do they call you Momentum? Shows you the lures he keeps tucked in her sleeve. No, they do not. Okay, sorry, so what happened? Saints, oh, it's too horrible. They came to life somehow. Came up out of the catacombs. All skeletal and ghastly looking. And it's probably blasphemy to say that, but I nearly fainted. And they took back their logs? Yes, and if they aren't recovered before the Cardinal gets here, I'll be in so much trouble. Mom's overdue, so it's probably not all that urgent, but still. I'll get them back for you. Oh, thank you so much. Wait a second, are you going to have to fight them to get the logs back? So that's probably blasphemous too. If black magic brought them back to life, that's like super blasphemous, right? So it evens out. Oh dear, the Cardinal is going to want to have a very long talk about this. Go ahead and do what you must, I suppose. Good luck down there. Oh. Yeah, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Your dry cough behind you. Turn to see a skeleton dressed in a moldering old tuxedo and silk top hat suffering towards you, gesturing angrily with his walking stick. Funeral rope into his lapel was gilded, as were all of his teeth. Guess he was trying to take it with him. Bam. Grab all the wealth that the skeleton couldn't take with it, and take it with you. Open the door to reveal a skeleton covered in the same white goo that was on the outside of the locker. You get it. This guy must have died after his co-workers played a prank on him, where they stuffed him into his locker and then filled it with saving cream. I can't believe you dang jerk stuffed me into my locker and then filled it with saving cream. I died from that, yells the skeleton, confirming both your insight and his vengeful, murderous intent. It seems like the further north veins are, the more difficult they are. Looks like wolves been at this fella. Cows? Maybe it was cows what killed him, but they don't usually chew on the bones. What's this weird white grease around the two marks? I don't know, and I ain't sure I want to know. Oh, hang on. I am sure I don't want to know. Haunted rifle. Practice the techniques described in the article until you're moving so quickly that you can't even see yourself. Then you notice that you also can't see the magazine. You must have dropped it somewhat while you were moving so fast. Whoops. Fancy dressed goblin steps forward. Hi, hello, being a mayor. Welcome. Now going away, please. Can I not coming in? Sorry, only for goblins being very private. Oh, hey Bo, outside the courts, I was seeing a thing you liking a lot. What thing? What thing do you liking a lot? Pies? There are pies all over out there, Bean. Seeming dubious, but would neglectful being to not checking it out. Cool. Nothing interesting. Made that trigger happy goblin trigger sad instead. So very complicated numbers. Out of bird noise, I was going into a seeing glass. All you can tell about this book is that it concerns extremely high-level mathematics. You don't have a vocabulary to understand any of it. Probably still wouldn't if it was written in English. Popular children's novel has been translated into Goblin. Jabberwocky still reads pretty much the same. Old Bean and Tubs of Striving did it in a way, gearing and also gimbaling. Okay. Red Heron Stores. This wizard. Yay, thanks, Snake Friend. Gave us fistmongering goblins what for? Well, we're building, but it turns out to just be filled with rotting fish. Desk is made of cactus logs. The bed is made of cactus logs, with a blanket made of woven together cactus needles. backstage and watch the play from behind a curtain. Not only is it a goblin version of Hamlet, it's also being rewritten as a one-man show. Being or to not being? Oh, that is a question. Could it be better thinking to suffering of crazy things and arrows, or fighting so many bad things for stopping them because fighting, dying to sleeping, hey, dreaming maybe, but oh, problems. Dreaming crazy when living, what dreams happen after dying? Wow, pretty weird probably. It's where a actor has to do a sword fight with themselves are pretty entertaining. Sorry that I'm skipping so much dialogue, but there's a lot of it. That snake just headbutt a cactus into pieces. I don't think I'll be able to win this fight. My snakes. Cracker tech, flapjack tech. I'd say he's throwing pancakes. That's so them if they weren't dead now. This goblin is paying more attention to their book, Goblet, than to you. You're pretty sure you aren't gonna just be waltzing on by. Hey, Goblet, good book. We're thinking about how Horatio is the only one surviving at the end. Everyone else dying, poisoning, swording, ow, crap. No, wow, spoilers. I'm putting good artists whittling a little wooden bird call. They're not too busy to beat you up. Like the upper two guards, this one is being very attentive. Seems very suspicious of you. Also, unlike the upper two guards, they have a name tag that says Gene. Gene, you're supposed working at cafe today. You forgetting? Oh wow, oh no. Knew I shouldn't have picked the lock at the cafe. Looks heavy as well as morning. Hey, wow! It contains an entire year's supply of dynamite. Nice. I'll come back here if I get more needles. Good, perfect. This will do the trick just fine. I'm back for a bit while I get the fellas to set up the charges, and I'll let you do the honors. Don't you have a longer detonator cable? Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a free count before you hit the plunger so I have time to get under the train. If they say anything about a crazy lock monster, quick, you're the protagonist, do something about it. What the heck is this thing? It's a very large and very angry looking thing. Guy is standing here. Apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it was sleeping. Oh my, oh my, Wait, I can stack that? I don't think I would be able to win. But look who the boss of locks is. Well now, that is as fine a day's work as I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track way down and head out now. Here, I'll mark our route on your map for you, in case our paths happen to cross again. Thanks, but can't I just ride the train? Got a ticket? Ah, just kidding. Of course you don't. Every seat on this train sold out. Sorry, boss. As you reach the center of a clearing, you are simultaneously struck with a profound awe and a terrible stench as you discover the largest road apple you've ever seen. Can't even imagine how this got here. Was it a giant horse? Was it 200 normal-sized horses acting collaboratively? They should have sent a poet. Yeah, they should have. Oh, I remember. Guy once. Yeah, I'll head to the rescue mission. I'm across the goblin, marching around in the woods, taller than a typical goblin. Probably because her boots are taller than typical goblin boots. These boots are so tall, they must be half stuffed with socks to keep the tops from jamming the goblin in the groin. Hey, human! Hey, what you two doing in this place? This my ground is stomping. In your stomping grounds? What? Your boots, which are very tall, I am seeing. Yes, tall boots do happen. So also, tall am I. That's cool, but they are very uncomfortable seeming. Very. I too have no sensation in my feet now, so this is fine. Gosh, so will I've none. Yes, I'm Sister Tabitha. I'm Esther. What's with the cots? Well, what with the cow attacks and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than just a church. I also saw medical supplies if you'd like your healing to go. Need any errands run or anything? Funny you should ask. I've been experimenting with the healing properties of a purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out. Would you mind picking some for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. Loud rock noise draws your attention, and you follow the sound of a man in a once white apron was butchering a bighorn sheep with some other large desert animal with an oversized and heavy-looking meat cleaver. As he's hauling the implement onto his shoulder for another blow, he catches sight of you and hisses with a wild look in his eye. Who's there? Don't test me, ghoul. I'll chop you up like this goat or whatever it is. One. Specifically, you want a huge slab of a creeper and all the meat you can carry, which isn't all that much when you factor in the weight of a creeper. These rocks are weirdly organized. Electrified snake. Put an end to the stalking tail of a stalking snake. This will get some venom. Truck a lot of it. This looks dangerous. Guess that's what's causing the humming. Repeat. It's mining its parts I worked at for a bit. I'm only telling you is so you can steer clear about. Something wrong with it? It just ain't no good. Geode. You know, vending machines with the little capsules in them and toys in the capsules? This is that, but all natural. Pulls out a camera out of his belt and cracks the geode open. Inside is a little rubber finger puppet. Nice. Pants gas mask. Spain was hard to see out of even before it sat in a dusty mine for 15 years. I'm guessing we're going to Can't wear these if you're over 18 feet tall. They'd be way too small for you. I don't know what kind of tobacco these miners are chewing. It must have been extra corrosive because it's brass. Okay. It looks like we're back. This must be extra corrosive because this brass spittoon has a hole eaten through the bottom and dark stains underneath it where the spit leaked out. Although oddly, it doesn't seem to be leaking now, and it's half full. I guess the miners plugged the hole with something. Ah, jeez. Fine, okay. Crouch down and take a careful look at the Fulvi's platoon. Inside it's blackened with years' worth of stains. Death flop inside it's a rainbow scene like a parking lot oil spill. Occasionally a little bubble pops on the surface. Actually feel a slight warmth radiating off of it from whatever dire chemical reaction is taking place. Emerge from the elevator into a deeper shaft. At the light of a lantern, you see exposed meat veins on nearly every surface. It's unusual that there would be this much readily available meat left in a working mine. What were they digging for, if not this? He's totally out of it. He's gibbering and drooling and doesn't seem to even see you. Hey buddy, are you okay? Is one of the miners digging with his helmet? Rubius Emerald. Find a crate of supplies bound for a nearby army fort, so I could fall off the wagon. Or if the driver fell off the wagon and was too drunk to strap it down. Fist through the crate and help yourself to its military contents. It's not like those army cowards have any use for it back east in their coward hidey holes. Oh, hello. Were you able to get some broken leg pills? Without them, I'm just sort of stuck here lying in the street. Up here you go. Oh, thanks. I feel like a new man again. Or at least the same man with a new leg. That's good. Go drink some milk or something, okay? That's it, huh? Alright. Where's it save? Ah, okay. Don't have to worry about saving my game. Well, I think I'm going to call it for tonight. I'm starting to get a headache and starting to get a bit tired of reading so much. I don't know if I'm going to stream this again or not. I think I might just